Awesome, have a great day. Thank you.
It's a beautiful day. Welcome to Magic Kingdom, everybody. I've got a kind of a fun, adventurous day planned out here. So I just got to Magic Kingdom. I parked today over at Epcot and then monorailed over from Epcot over to the Transportation Ticket Center and then monorailed from there to Magic Kingdom because I'm planning to go back to Epcot a little later today. But so I figured I'd park there and make park hopping a little bit easier when I go back so I don't have to walk back to my car twice today. So today I'm just kind of chilling out here. I'm just planning on spending a few hours here maybe. We're just kind of taking it easy today. I'm gonna do a few rides, just kind of explore, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna walk back to the Grand Floridian at some point to get lunch. There's a little quick service place inside Grand Floridian that make really nice sandwiches. They're very fresh and they taste great, and they're the same prices as any other quick service meal that you get inside the parks. And for me, I tend to go for more healthier options, and inside the parks, depending on the park, a lot of the options are usually fried food or fast food of some sort that isn't the best feeling when you're inside a park walking all day and you just kind of want something good in you. So this little quick service at Grand Floridian offers like sandwiches and salads, and it's always really fresh. They got like fresh meat, fresh bread, homemade chips and stuff like that. It's really good. It's called a Gasparilla Grill, I think. And I've decided to do that because then I'm going to walk back to the Polynesian Hotel because I want to check out the new building that they have there. I forget what it's called. But they just built a new tower over by Polynesian as part of the Polynesian. It's like a DVC type thing. But it just recently opened and I haven't got the chance to check it out yet. And then after that, we're gonna go back to Epcot and explore a little bit of the Festival of the Arts. See what they've got on the menus at the festival booths. Hey, check it out. The Main Street Beagles are running right now. It's about 1 o'clock, 1:15. If you remember my my challenge video where I tried to ride as many rides as I could in one day at all 4 parks, it's one of the hardest rides to get. So it's always good to see them out. Helps us gain a little knowledge for future attempts to know what time they'll be out. But so yeah, that's my game plan for today. We're heading into Tomorrowland right now. And right off the bat, I noticed that Astro Orbiter is just missing right now. Someone turned it invisible. They're doing refurbishment on it right now. So apparently that meant they had to take the entire ride away. I've never seen them do that before, but it's just missing. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, aside from that, I think I'm gonna hop on People Mover and figure out what kind of rides I want to ride while I'm here. So let's get on there. Let's go check out People Mover. It didn't seem that crowded at Magic Kingdom because the parking lot was pretty empty, but the lines today are kind of saying otherwise. Again, if you remember my challenge, this was a walk-on a couple weeks ago. I know it was cold out, but I'm just surprised to see so many people here on a random Tuesday. Time to relax a little bit. I know I just got here, but like, I did come from Epcot, so that was a little bit of work to get over here.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around.
This is one of my favorite rides here. It's just so relaxing. It's easy to get on, never has a long wait. And there's no lightning lane for this line, so the stand-by line always moves at a consistent pace.
There's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take flight while on board. Thank you.
Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future.
First tunnel.
Walt Disney's amazing dream for a community of tomorrow. Look, there's even a tiny People Mover.
So I also brought my Hidden Mickey book along with me today. This has always been one of my favorite things about Disney World. I've bought every edition of this book that's come out. This is the latest one. It just came out last week. There are several Hidden Mickeys throughout all of Walt Disney World property, and they're just very fun to find and to go seeking for, especially the resorts. It's fun to go walk around the resort hotels and look for them because there's so many at all those resorts. It gives you a reason to explore those resorts even if you're not staying at them. It's nice to have something to do outside the park sometimes. I've had fun doing these since I was about 7 years old, and I've actually found quite a few of them myself and discovered new ones and submitted them to the author, and he put them in the book. Starting with the 6th edition, my name has been in the acknowledgement section of every book that's been released. And I counted the other day, 36 of these I'm now responsible for, which is kind of cool. There's 1,200, so that's not that many, but it's cool to have my name in there.
Like progress itself, this theater never stops, inspiring new generations to dream of a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Another look at the invisible missing astro orbiter. So that's another reason why I came out today. There's a lot of new ones in here that I've never seen before. I might have a chance to show a few of them, but some of them are inside some of the movies, like Magic, which I'm not really able to film that much. But we'll see what we can find. And that's the other reason I'm going over to that new tower over at Polynesian, because it's so new that it's not included in this book. So I'm gonna go see if there's any hidden Mickeys that haven't been discovered yet, so I can submit some more new ones, because it's a fun little hobby I've kind of adopted while being here. So yeah, if you're ever looking to do some hidden Mickey hunting, I recommend this book. It's by Stephen M. Barrett. I have met him in person. I am somewhat friends with him, acquainted with him. He has several editions of this book. This is the latest one, 2025. It is the 11th edition. SMB Books is his business. You can buy them on Amazon. He says they're available in bookstores. Usually I get them at Barnes & Noble, but this time I wasn't able to find it. They only had the 10th one, which is now slightly outdated. And I already have the 10th edition, so I wanted the 11th. But I was not able to find this new one at Barnes & Noble this time. So Amazon works, or you can find it at another local bookstore. Maybe your Barnes & Noble has it. But all right, so don't people mover. I think I'm gonna cross over to Haunted Mansion next and just chill out from here on out. We're just gonna do a few more rides and probably get on over to Grand Floridian for some lunch, then go explore that tower before heading back to Epcot. Well, I made it over to Liberty Square. This is usually my go-to quick service restaurant inside Magic Kingdom, because it's nice inside and they have really decent food. But the Grand Floridian fresh stuff is definitely better than it. It's just, if you're wanting to make that walk all the way over there and then come back, it can take some time out of your day. So sometimes I'm not always interested to do that, but today is one of those days where I'm just like, you know what? That sandwich sounds really good today. But all right, Haunted Mansion, let's do it. This is one of my favorite jokes in the Haunted Mansion. You see all these tombstones with a lot of messages written on them. But way back there, there's just one tombstone that just simply says Gus. Just Gus. I love that.
Almost as if you sense this quieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching?
There's a new hidden Mickey in the book that's actually one of mine on this ride right here. I know it's dark in here, but let me see if I can film it. It's gonna be on this table, this globe right here, this globe lamp. You see that rose with red ears?
Final arrangements may be made at the end of
One of the most famous hidden Mickeys in all of Disney World used to be on this table here, where plates and bowls were arranged to form a hidden Mickey head. It still exists in Disneyland, but it's been dismantled from the Disney World version for years now.
As long as we
Let me see if I can show you a better hidden Mickey here at the end. Inside this tomb right here is the Grim Reaper. He has his right hand. That was a little blurry, but hopefully you're able to see that. Hello. Oh.
Now I will raise the safety bar.
Okay. All right. Well, that was Haunted Mansion. I think I'm gonna go check out Magic to look for a new hidden Mickey on there before heading over to Pirates. And after Pirates, maybe we'll head on over to Grand Floridian there. By the way, the Hidden Mickey book is not filled with just hidden Mickeys. It's hidden characters of any kind. And this is probably a famous thing by now, but you can see Mr. Toad in the Pet Cemetery in the exit queue of Haunted Mansion there from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. So there's all those little kind of Easter eggs around Disney World. I'm a huge fan of hidden details like that, not just in Disney, but in anything. Pixar, you know, has all the Pizza Planet trucks and in every one of their movies. The number A113 is in every one of their movies. Even in songs, there's kind of references, like in Pink Floyd's Shine On You Crazy Diamond, like it spells out the word Sid, as in Sid Barrett, you know, things like that. I love like special details that reference something else that you have to look for to figure out. It's neat. I love it. All right, here's Magic. This is personally one of my favorite shows on property here. This and Carousel of Progress are two of my favorite shows. They're just both very creative in their own different ways. And it's been here for so long. I remember seeing both those shows as a kid, and I always appreciated them, even from a young age. Like, this one's not as educational, but Carousel of Progress is. And it's kind of like, it's just cool, like the idea of a revolving stage to symbolize a time period's changing. Like, it's perfect. It's just a perfect show. And this one's musically really entertaining. I love it. The other thing is, there's never a line for these kinds of shows because they are so efficient with their capacity. Now, again, I won't be able to film much of this show because it's a 3D movie, but at least I get to express my admiration for it and be like, hey, come to the show. It's a good show. Don't miss out. Well, all right, I'll see you after the show.
Stopping in the middle, please. Thank you.
You little feller! That's a good show. I love that one. So the new hidden Mickey I was looking for was on the moon during the Aladdin section of the show, and it was decent enough. It's a little distorted, so it's not clear if it's very purposeful or not. That's been a key for like dignifying hidden Mickeys. If it's 3 circles that look like Mickey's head, and if it looks like it's on purpose, those are kind of the 2 rules that you look for when looking for hidden Mickeys. So it's like, that one was pretty okay. It's a 3D movie, so it's hard to tell. But like, I can sort of see what the book was going for there. Like, I can definitely see 3 circles that kind of look like Mickey's head. I just don't know if there's enough there to show that it's purposefully there. Because his ears were kind of the same size as his head, which is usually a distorted one, which isn't always great, because ideally his ears should be smaller than his head. That's what makes a good hidden Mickey, but we'll see what other people think as they see it. All right, I'm gonna go over to Pirates of the Caribbean now. There is another new hidden Mickey over there that I have not seen yet. And then after that, I'll probably head on over to Grand Floridian and we'll get some lunch. Ooh, I forgot there's a parade at 3 o'clock. I'm glad I came over here because I need to get over to Adventureland. If I got caught in the parade, I wouldn't have been able to cross over. Festival of Fantasy is coming in like 5 minutes here. So I guess I got a detour this way to get over to Adventureland. In my Dinoland video where we rode Triceratops Spin for the last time, I talked about how there's sometimes hidden places where they'll throw out random characters kind of in these off the beaten path places in each of the parks. This is where Magic Kingdom will usually have them, this little gazebo here. For the longest time, Mary Poppins used to be here regularly, and then they kind of took that away. And now every now and again, I see a random character out here sometimes when it's not that busy. It's just behind the Christmas shop in Liberty Square where you'll find this gazebo. It's also kind of like a nice little rest area away from the main paths of the park. All right, made it back to Adventureland. Let's go do Pirates and find that hidden Mickey. Only 10-minute wait, that's not bad.
No, we were calling.
Do not tell him, Carlos. No.
Fool me by day, by gum. Search all you want, Captain Jack Sparrow.
I got pretty considerably wet on that. One of those big cannonballs shot off right next to my boat. Caught me right in the chest and legs. All right, so this hidden Mickey I'm looking for is in the gift shop. So let's see what's going on here. They've made a lot of renovations to the gift shop recently. Like, this wall was not here before, so I know we're getting some sort of lounge, Pirates-themed lounge in Magic Kingdom at some point soon. But that's beside the point. Let's pull out the book and see if I can find this thing. He has all the new ones underlined, so that's how you can tell them apart from new ones versus ones that have been here before. So it says a small display room outside the exit of the gift shop, so it might be even further outside. I've done a lot of those pirate scavenger hunts around Adventureland. Those are really fun, by the way. If you haven't done those, there's some really neat effects in those. Like, things happen that I would never expect to happen for such a small attraction, like small thing that not many people do. I mean, I don't want to say that because I do see a lot of people with the maps, but for something I never did for a long time, I was very surprised and very delighted with how good some of those effects are. It's talking about a room that has displays of like candles and urns and stuff. You know what? It might be over here where the bathroom's kind of let out. I'm thinking it might be this little room here, but Jack Sparrow's out here meeting right now, and I'm not sure if I can really get in there without interrupting his meet and greet here. All right, Jack Sparrow went to go find some more treasure here, so I got a chance to come in this room. So it says to turn around and find some bells. Oh, I think it's that right there. That's actually not a bad one. I like that one. That's pretty neat. That is very hidden in there. I've been in there several times. I've never thought to turn around and look up, of all things. But so you can see what I mean about that one, how the bells might be almost the same size. The ears were a little bit smaller, but you can tell that it's kind of on purpose. You have this row of straight bells, and all of a sudden you have three positioned in a way that makes a hidden Mickey. That kind of thing is a pretty telltale sign that it's on purpose. But yeah, that was a neat one. All right, so it's getting a little bit late into the afternoon now, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go have my late lunch over at Grand Floridian, so let's go take a walk. Caught the tail end of Festival of Fantasy on my way out here, so I gotta go out to the left to avoid having to cut in front of them, because I'll have to wait for that if I do. All right, we made it out of Magic Kingdom. We're gonna go over here to these resort launch boats, and that's where you'll find the relatively new walkway to Grand Floridian from Magic Kingdom. I say relatively new because it's only been here about a couple of years. But it's pretty convenient because it's only about a 10-minute walk, and it's kind of nice to be able to walk over there on a nice day like this. Because if you want to take the resort monorail goes all the way around. So the Grand Floridian will be your final stop if you choose to go that way. And I also just asked if the walkway from Grand Floridian to Polynesian is open, because since that building was being built, it was a lot of construction, but they did tell me it is possible to walk from the Grand Floridian to the Polynesian Village Resort. So that means it's now possible again to walk all the way from Magic Kingdom back to your car at the Magic Kingdom parking lot, because the Polynesian is connected to the TTC. So it is possible if you wanted to. It's a long walk, but it is possible to walk back from Magic Kingdom to your car if you did not want to take a mode of transportation. I couldn't ask for a better day to take a walk. It is just absolutely gorgeous out here today. It's a nice 82 degrees. Still a little warm in the sun, but the breeze is just so nice and dry today. It feels great to be outside and get some fresh air. You get some exercise to get my steps in, you know? It's also really nice because it's just a quiet area of Disney property, you know? Not many people are around here. Really nice out. You're right on the water here. You got some nice palm trees and palm bushes here. And you can just kind of barely hear the noises at the park from here, like the train whistle, the steamboat whistle, and you have the monorail go by every now and again. It's kind of nice and quiet. It's just like, it's a nice day to be here. It's a nice day to be outside and be in Orlando, Florida. You can see the Dolphin Hotel way out there, that triangle sticking up. See, look, there goes the resort monorail, heading over to Magic Kingdom. You got some nice shady spots out here as well. It's not always, you're not in the beating sun the entire time here. It's very nice. And look, it's lit up at night. They got lamps out here, so that if you want to walk back at night after park day, you can. There's also a walkway back to Contemporary, which is the other direction from Magic Kingdom, and you can walk back there as well. But the Contemporary does not connect to the Transportation and Ticket Center by walking path. You would have to take the monorail back if you wanted to go that way. So this here is the Seven Seas Lagoon, which is the area that the hotels here kind of perimeter, and then beyond the Contemporary is Bay Lake. Those waterways are both connected. Like, you can boat over to the Wilderness Lodge, which is over in Bay Lake, if you wanted to, from the Magic Kingdom. And then those two bodies of water run along under this bridge here and goes that way. You can see those floats there for the electrical water pageant, which happens nightly. It's kind of like the water version of the electrical parade, which used to be on Main Street at night here. And this waterway connects to the Rivers of America inside Magic Kingdom, which is where the riverboat runs. So all this body of water connects all the way into the park and onto the Rivers of America, which you ride along on the Liberty Square riverboat. So pretty neat that all this water is connected. We're getting there. We just got to cross that white bridge over there, and then we're pretty much there. You can see a family of turtles resting on top of the water right there. You can see their shells. You can see that one on the left, his head is poking up kind of. It looks like there's another little one right in front of him. Oh, he just dropped off the log and went to swim. And there are most definitely gators in that water. If you're in Florida and you see a body of water, there's a 99% chance there's a gator in there. But they don't really bother you unless you get too close. We see them all the time around where I live. You know, we got these retention ponds everywhere, and they love to kind of hang out in those. And usually you just see them resting on the banks of those ponds or swimming along the river. You just don't bother them. They don't really come after you unless you give them a reason to. But that doesn't mean go approach and view. Just let them be, just move along. Don't go near a gator. All right, Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. I'm excited for lunch. It's pretty late in the afternoon. And this pathway kind of leads you directly where I'm trying to go, which is right around this corner here. Looks like they're doing a little construction here. Follow the signs if there's detours. And this right here is where I'm trying to go. Gasparilla Island Grill, that's what we're looking for. They have plenty of seating inside because it's usually kind of a quieter spot. But if you want to sit outside, you got a beautiful view of Cinderella Castle right in front of you. All right, let's get in and get some food. This is kind of like cafeteria style. You kind of go up and order your food and then you pay on your way out. I'll show you what my go-to is right now. The menu changes every so often, but so right now my hankering is for a turkey sandwich that they got, which comes with house-made chips and it's about 12 bucks. This is what it looks like on the inside. You got these counters that you can order at. See, not many people in here right now. Over here you got burgers and kind of hot sandwiches, pulled pork, club sandwich. They got some food bowls over here too, like a Korean barbecue bowl or a chicken Korean barbecue bowl. And then over here they have what I want, the cold sandwiches, Capri sandwich, turkey sandwich, some salads, and all that kind of good stuff. Here's what the sandwiches look like. Look how fresh that bread looks. You can see the flour still sitting on top. It was like just baked, you know? Fresh ingredients is what makes me feel really good after eating a meal. So I'd much prefer to get something like this than chicken tenders over at Magic Kingdom, you know what I mean? They also got a little bakery here, like some cinnamon rolls, donuts, coffee, like breakfast stuff. Plenty of tables. I mean, I know it is like about 3:30 right now, but still. Lots of space for you to just kind of chill out and take a break. And let's look at what we got here. House-made chips, like I said, very nice. Fresh bread. There's apple slices on here. Fresh turkey. They got arugula lettuce. And I believe under there you got pickled red onion. Now, it usually comes with a house-made herb aioli and cheese. I'm not a huge fan of cheese, so I asked for without. It is cold cheese, though, so you can probably just take it off if you got it fresh. Usually not a fan of aiolis either, so I prefer just to get it without that stuff on it. And clearly, they do make it to order, so if it's something that you want, but there's an ingredient you don't want, they make it to order, so... And again, this was $13.30 compared to Columbia Harbor House, which I get chicken tenders there, and that's about $11.70. So for not even $2 more, I get something a lot fresher and a lot better for you. Man, and they do give you a healthy amount of chips. Look at this. He gave me like 2 full like tongfuls, like scooping it right in. He actually asked me if I wanted more, and I was like, dude, that's good. Like you're good. This is plenty. Here's a look at the sandwich vertically. It's huge. Here's my hand, and you can see everything that's on it. It's perfect. 12 bucks. Can't beat that, man. Man, that was good, but I am so full. I still got so many chips left in here, but I'm so full I don't think I can eat them. All right, let's get remotivated here. Let's go walk over to Polynesian. It's not as far of a walk. Now to walk to Polynesian, you just kind of keep following that path that I took to get in here, which was right back there. There's the grill we just left. We come out here and make a right and just kind of keep following this path. And then look for the signs that'll direct you. They've got maps and stuff out that'll direct you to Polynesian. Gonna go right around the summer house here towards this children's pool area. It's Alice in Wonderland theme. They got this bucket dump here themed to the Mad Hatter. Heading kind of towards the wedding pavilion, which is right there. Oh yes, there's the building I'm looking for, right behind the wedding pavilion. We're getting so close now. Just gotta go around the Frank's building, it looks like is what it's called. And there's the entrance to the wedding pavilion. There's our building. Now I think this building is heavily Moana themed, so I'm expecting to see a lot of Moana stuff inside of it. Looks like this is called Island Tower. And we made it to the front door. Let's go inside. Welcome home. Here we go. Oh wow. Wow, right after you walk in straight ahead, you got a beautiful view of Contemporary over there and Bay Lake Tower. And Magic Kingdom's right over there. Wow. The ambiance in here feels very nice, I'll say that much. Like I said, Moana theme, so there's Tamatoa etched into this artwork here. And you got manta rays and stuff like that around here. A whale. Oh, and it goes up on multiple floors too. Now, if I'm looking for hidden Mickeys in here, things like that is where I would look in this artwork. That's usually where they like to hide them. Maybe here in this artwork here, it's a map of the islands. You can see Hawaii and some more Pacific islands. Now remember, this is all new territory here. As far as I know, there have been no hidden Mickeys found in this building. So if I find any, I submit them to the author and he adds them to the book if he approves of them. But I just want to say, if I find one in here and submit it and kind of are quote unquote responsible for it in the book, that doesn't mean I'm the first to discover it. It just means I'm the only one who submitted. Just because I'm the one who submitted, I know that doesn't mean I necessarily discovered it. You know, there are definitely other people that probably have found some of these before I did. But some of them, maybe not. You never know. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. Some sort of fish, it looks like. The surface of this table feels very nice. Some of these artworks up here in the lobby might be of interest as well. Maybe even the screen here. You can see Maui's hook in the sky there on the left center. These boats are moving, but very slightly. You can see the manta ray under the water there, kind of like symbolizing Moana's grandmother. Even those green things have impressions in them. I didn't notice that before. There's turtles and looks like birds in there. Now here's another artwork that might be of more interest, and that's because there's a lot of circles here. Circles are key to finding Mickey shapes. Well, this is a 3D art. If you come this side, you can see it standing up. That's pretty cool. See, you can find something like this and call it a hidden Mickey, but it's really not, because like, even if it is somewhat proportional, you know, there's so many circles here. You know, it's kind of more of a coincidence that aligns. You know, you don't know if that's on purpose or not. But something like this, though, could maybe be one, with this being the head and those are the two ears, just because they stand out more from the rest of the artwork here. But I still don't know if I'd be convinced enough to call that one, though. The thing I need about hidden Mickeys is I want them to be legit. You know, I don't want to submit something that is like sort of there. You know, I want to make sure it's like, oh, that's a good image, you know? See, someone might like take this, for example, be like, hey, look, that's a hidden Mickey. It's like, kinda, you know, like, you got 2 ears and a big blob there, but it's not exactly a Mickey. But you could look a little closer and see those swirls there. That might be of more interest. Or over here, you can see those 3 sand dollar looking shapes in this order. They're not exactly a Mickey, but, you know, like, things like that. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Looks like there's 10 floors in this building right here. Let's see if we can go up a floor and find some more stuff. There's artwork in the elevator, too. See how far we can go up without needing a room key. I'm not sure what you need here. All right, the button did not work, so we're just going up as far as this takes me right now because it's going up. The button didn't work. Somebody else called this one, I guess. Floor 6. Okay, let's look at floor 6. Okay, so the elevator didn't open when I got to floor 6. It kicked me back down to floor 1. I guess you need a magic band to go up to any floors beyond 1. Maybe we can find some stairs in a second. Let's check out this outdoor area first. Oh, this is nice. You got this outdoor restaurant over here. That looks beautiful, dude. You just have a beautiful view out here. You can see Contemporary and Bay Lake Tower. The top of Space Mountain is right there. And there's the castle. And there's Grand Floridian and the wedding pavilion where we just came from. And the rest of Polynesian is right over there. I just noticed this is a water feature here. Oh my God, look at how that looks beautiful. Look at that. There's water running down the wall right there and it's sitting on top. You're sitting at one of these tables like these folks right here. You're kind of like right on the water of a waterfall. That's pretty neat. I think it was called Wailulu Bar and Grill, I think is the name of the restaurant. Okay, wow. What is that up there? There's like a big hole in the building. There's one over there too. They're not level though. They're on different floors. So that's interesting. Walking by the pool, I remember seeing this advertised everywhere with this building, this Moana on her kayak water feature. This is kind of a kids area, but yeah. Moana is one of my favorite Disney movies, honestly, so I like seeing a little bit more theming around it, especially in a place where it belongs, like Polynesian Village Resort. So I made it back inside. I did ask a cast member, you do have to be staying here to make it to another floor, so I will not be going up any floors today. I couldn't find any stairs either, so. But she did tip me off to look in this mural here, and I think I just found something right here. We got a Minnie. That's a hidden Minnie right there. You got her ears and her bow and her head. Perfect. Hidden Minnie Mouse. That's awesome. That would not be in the book right now. So I just took a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to my friend, the author, and he can come check it out for himself, and it'll probably end up in the next edition of the book. Let me just double check here to make sure there aren't any more hidden Mickeys. We found a Minnie. That tells me there should be a Mickey around here somewhere too. This kind of looks like it could be a Nemo or something, but it's kind of too hard to tell. Here's something else that's a bit more of interest. That looks like a hidden Mickey to me. You got his head here and 2 swirls through his ears. That is a hidden Mickey. All right, well, we got 2, so that's at least a start. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to go up to some of the other floors. Well, all right, we're not walking out empty-handed. That's something, you know, to start. Let's start making our way back over to the Transportation Ticket Center so we can monorail back over to Epcot and end our day over there. You gotta check out the Festival of the Arts, which is going on right now. They got some good food over there, I hear. So, because actually before I got on the monorail to come to Magic Kingdom, I went into Epcot and grabbed a passport so I could look at some of the menu options. So I was checking them out. Some of them look pretty good. I might have to sample at least one tonight. But all right, we got a little bit of a walk back to TTC here, so let's find our way back. We got a giant chessboard over here. I love chess. I would love to play somebody. Leave a comment if you want to come down here and play giant chess with me. I wanted somebody to play giant chess with. We're already almost back to the Grand Ceremonial House, which is right there. We'll just use it as a cut through here. Got their torches lit. I'm gonna go this way though. Such a nice evening now. The sun has gone down enough where the temperature is just right. Not too hot, not too cold. The breeze is still beautiful. It's great out. They have this little area out here with grills and stuff. I've never noticed that before. I wonder what that's for. Like if you can like reserve that or if they do events out here. I'm not sure. Monorail, here we are. We're going right through this little path. This will bring us out into the Magic Kingdom security area where you get dropped off by the tram from the parking lot. There you go, you can see the tram right there pulling in. But see, if I parked here, I'd have to go out to the tram, get in my car, and then drive out to Epcot, and either tram or walk into Epcot from their parking lot. But because I parked at Epcot, I can just go in here, take the monorail, and be dropped off right at the entrance and not have to walk out to my car, from my car, into the park. So I don't exactly know how much time it saves, but it saves me a little bit of walking. Which is good because I just demonstrated the walk back to the parking lot from Magic Kingdom because I did not take a mode of transportation to get back here. I walked all the way from Magic Kingdom. We took a small break for lunch, but did the whole walk. So let's go hop on that monorail to Epcot and I'll see you over there. All right, we made it to Epcot. International Festival of the Arts 2025. Let's go see what they got in here. I know I got the little booklet that shows you the options, but they don't always include pictures. And usually the menu boards out in front of the actual kiosks do. And they also give you the prices. The booklet does not. I would like to know how much some of these things are. So let's go over to World Showcase. Let's go check it out. Okay, so my phone ended up dying as I was trying to film something. It turns out the fuel rod I had plugged in was dead, so my phone died. So I ended up getting on Spaceship Earth to let it charge a little bit because I wanted to be able to film some more and it needed a little time to charge up. So I ended up doing Spaceship Earth, so now it's a little bit darker out. The Festival of the Arts is all about Figment, so they got a lot of Figment stuff around here for you to explore. Including every year they do a hidden Figment scavenger hunt around the World Showcase. They usually do one for each of the festivals. Usually during the Food and Wine Festival they do a hidden Remy, like you gotta go find all the Remys. And then during Flower and Garden they do hidden orange birds, I think. Something like that. But yeah, so I gotta come back sometime and do those hidden scavenger hunts. I think they usually cost like $10 because you get like a prize for finding them all, but usually people put the maps on like Google or something and you can just look them up because I don't care about the prize. I just want to find them all. So maybe I'll do that someday in the near future here because I never have. One other thing I gotta do right now is go pick up my pass holder magnet here at Creations before I forget. For annual pass holders, Disney periodically releases these new exclusive magnets. They usually coincide with festivals here at Epcot or some other special event at Animal Kingdom Kingdom or Disney Springs, whatever's going on. I believe this magnet is Ray, the Firefly from Princess and the Frog. So let's go grab that. Looks like there's no line here. And there we go, it's Ray the Firefly. He's probably my favorite character from that movie because he's voiced by Jim Cummings, which is the voice of Winnie the Pooh, and several other beloved characters like Pete from Goofy Movie, and he also voices Tigger. He's one of my favorite voice actors. So I'm happy to get a magnet that supports a character that he voiced. All right, but I'm glad I got that done because I would have forgotten. I would have been sad because that was like a big reason why I came over here today. And wow, it got dark fast. Spaceship Earth is all lit up now. All right, well, let's make this kind of a quicker stop. Let's go just explore a little bit, the front half of the World Showcase, and see what they got. I'm still pretty full from lunch, honestly, so I'm probably not gonna get anything too big here. Maybe just a little dessert or something. They have some kind of like chalk or paint drawings here on the pavement they do every year. Cruella de Vil and Moana. This looks like a very abstract Goofy. Beautiful. Oh, Nemo and Dory. Haunted Mansion, that's very nice. I like that one. Ka and Shere Khan from Jungle Book, and Chernabog from Fantasia. And they've got some really cool perspective art here too, like Buzz and Woody flying away. See Potato Head and Bo Peep down there, and Slink and Rex kind of distorted, and then you see Buzz's face is a lot bigger to project that he's higher up. There's more over here. Spider-Man, Mandalorian here. This is more Disney property side, a lot of Star Wars, Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy stuff over here. I do see a few more up here though. Scar is right there. And look at that. Look for the hidden Mickey, which is, I can already see it right there. Now that's not a hidden Mickey, I would submit, because this is only temporary. So cool to see one hidden Mickey there. There's another one right there. Here's Scar. A non-abstract Goofy. It's a cat playing with Marlin, Nemo, and Dory. There's another hidden Mickey in this one too. Look at all those. There's Donald with another hidden Mickey there. And arguably one there. And then we got Maleficent and Yzma right here. Pretty neat. This one's near Canada. This says almond cake. That sounds pretty good. Eco Delights. This menu board over here should have a picture of it. There's a picture of it. On second thought, that looks a bit more sweet than I was hoping for. So maybe I'll do that another time. Canada over here usually has some pretty good entrees on their menu because they usually have steak items that come directly from Le Cellier Steakhouse, which is a very popular steakhouse here. It makes very good steak. I've only eaten there once and on a New York strip, and it was pretty dang good. Usually during the festivals, they have a filet mignon sampler or something else like that. These are some interesting options. Beet tartare. I'm assuming it's supposed to eat like beef tartare, but it's made of beets, so it's not actually raw beef. And then we got wild mushroom risotto. That sounds decent, but I'm not a huge fan of it, and for $10, not really my cup of tea. I don't think that's one I would really go for here. This is usually a pretty short festival. I think it only goes through the end of February, sometime around then. And then Flower and Garden starts up sometime in March, so I'll have to come back and see if they have a better offering in Flower and Garden, because usually Canada here has a pretty good menu, but these couple things just really aren't for me. So deeper into the Canada Pavilion, they have a maple popcorn stand over here. I've had that once. It tastes a lot like kettle corn, but with like a little bit more of a hint of maple in there, of course. Weird reference, but you know that episode of Drake and Josh where he brings a date to the movies and she buys a bucket of popcorn and pours syrup all over the popcorn? That's probably similar to what that tastes like, maple popcorn. This is usually my favorite spot to go in Canada, but they got it walled off right now. That's a bummer. I just walked into the Trading Post store in Canada and just found a new hidden Mickey that is not in the book. This one's a really good one on this fish on its tail. See, that's clear as day on purpose. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. That one's really good. It's really small and hidden in there, and that's not in the book. So I got some new goodies for my friend the author there for when I get home. All right, back to food hunting here. I'm not really finding much on the front half of the World Showcase that really captures my attention. So I was looking through the menus in the little passport they give you, and I saw a little dessert that caught my eye that's available over in the Communicore Hall back in World Celebration. So I'm gonna go back over there and check that out. Here we go, Communicore Hall is located in between kind of the entrance area behind Spaceship Earth and World Nature, which is where the land and Figment are. Thank you. Oh, they have something special in here right now on display. Oh wow, this is not what I was expecting. So during Festival of the Arts at the American Gardens Theater in the back of the park, they have special guest performances by some of the Broadway stars, the Disney Broadway stars. And so they have some costumes right now on display in here. It looks like, and some puppets from the live shows. Right here behind me is Lion King. Looks like the costume for Pumbaa or the Pumbaa puppet, something like that. Aladdin's right there. And it looks like we got maybe a Beauty and the Beast, the Rose. And we've got Aladdin's magic lamp. Wow. Yeah, Disney on Broadway. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I don't really keep up with the Broadway shows of Disney, but this is still pretty neat. I have a lot of respect for those actors. Some of the Frozen costumes here. And then they have some exclusive merch. Ooh, they got like riot art here. Jungle Cruise, Main Street Electrical Parade. I love that. Small World. That's from Haunted Mansion. And they even got Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Remember, I pointed out Mr. Toad at Haunted Mansion earlier. All right, but so that's not where the food is. So the food must be out here somewhere. That right there is what I had in mind, that Enchanted Rose. Milk chocolate rose with raspberry and rose center. $6.50 though. I don't know if it's worth it. Let's just get it. What the heck? $6.50 is a little bit more than I was expecting for a dessert. It is a pretty good size here though. Problem is I need a good place to go eat this now. I'm gonna go over, there's some tables over here right across the way. All right, ignore the music behind me as best you can. I'm just gonna take a bite for you guys. Whoops, I just knocked my finger into it. Oh well. It's softer than I thought. Chocolate is a huge weakness of mine. I could eat it all day, every day. That's like the one thing I would binge eat because I love chocolate. So this might be a mistake because I might have to get more of these. But let's try it out. There's chocolate mousse on the top. That's actually kind of nice. It's not too sweet. The rose itself is chocolate mousse, and then there's a chocolate cookie underneath it. There's a center that tastes like raspberry underneath the chocolate layer here. So there's like an outer layer of chocolate mousse. And on the inside of the rose, there's a raspberry center. Let's try some of the cookie here. There's a chocolate cookie. That's pretty good. I would get this again, honestly. That's really nice. It's not too sweet. And that's always the key for me for desserts. I love chocolate. I love desserts, but I don't like too sweet. I can't have it be too sweet. It needs to be light. It needs to be a nice flavor. And this does the job really well. It was kind of loud over there, but yeah, if you like chocolate as much as I do, you would like that. That was very nice and light. I think it was worth $6 because you'd probably pay $6 for that at a regular restaurant, you know? And it was presented really nice. The flavor was good. It wasn't too sweet. It didn't overdo it for me in my stomach. Like I don't feel like kind of gross afterwards. It's very nice and light. The raspberry was great. The cookie was great. I would recommend that. Well, all right, let's go on Figment. Let's close out the night with a ride. Journey into Imagination with Figment. Since it's the Festival of the Arts, we should do the Mascots ride. After this ride, I think we'll probably head out and call it a day. I've been here for about 7.5 hours almost now. A little tired. There are some pretty neat hidden Mickeys on this ride too, though. For example, in the queue here in this cage on the right, you can see a Buzz Lightyear action figure right there laying down in that cage. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see his head sticking out right there, and there's his arm and his laser, and he's laying that way. And another one, if you look in this pyramid here, you can see a silhouette of Tinkerbell and somebody with Mickey ears on. And I have another hidden Mickey on this ride that I just discovered that's now in the book. It's a new one in the book that I found maybe a year ago now. I'm not going to speak on the ride because I don't want to disturb other people, but it's going to be the one in Figment's Upside Down house. It's on his pink carpet while he's watching TV made of flowers. I'll try to do my best to show it to you. No line for Figment. Let's do it. All right, I'll see you after the ride.
Welcome to our special drive-through open house.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc.
With your ENT, you can see things differently. Imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. One lovely sniff can be appealing.
Hesitate to send you into the touch and taste labs. Perhaps I should end my open house right here.
Great idea. We'll go to my open house instead. It's much more fun. Upside down. Now you're talking. That's the best idea you had all day. Imagination is the brain's open house.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. Thank you, Figment. So, as you can plainly see, imagination
All right.
works.
Can be a dream come true.
Of a creation right at the start. Now we invite you to set your imaginations free in the image works.
Right, so yeah, those flowers on that carpet. I know it's made of flowers, but it's proportional enough and it's shaped just like a Mickey head, so I'm counting it. There's one more right here in the exit I'll show you. Right here in the logo for ImageWorks, you have like this kind of tilted one right here. Yeah, you could say I'm a little too knowledgeable about them, but it's something I've always enjoyed about the Disney parks. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day after that. Let's head back to the car. I can hear fireworks over at Magic Kingdom right now, so it's a good time to get out of here before that crowd gets on the road. And Epcot here closes in about 50 minutes as well, so it's just a good time to be thinking about getting out of here. Today was a fun day. Usually I don't come here with a big plan in mind. Sometimes I do, like with the challenge that I did, but like I have an idea of what parks I want to hit in mind, and then I'll plan out other stuff. So like while on the monorail to Magic Kingdom, that's where I thought of, oh, let me walk back to Grand Floridian for lunch, because I couldn't decide what I wanted for lunch. And then I was like, ooh, then I can go check out that new building, because that's like right there. And then I can walk back and then go to Epcot and finish my day there and do what I want to do there. So it's like, I kind of come up with the plan while I'm here, and then I execute, and it just ends up working out usually most of the time. But so today was pretty good. We did a few rides at Magic Kingdom, got a good lunch at Grand Floridian, explored what we could of the new hotel at Polynesian, which I found 2 new hidden Mickeys there. Came on over to Epcot, got my magnet for my pass holder thing, found a new hidden Mickey in Canada. And then we got that little dessert, that little enchanted rose, and we rode a couple rides here. It was pretty good. It's a successful day, I think. And I probably walked close to 20,000 steps. That's always a good thing. And it was also just a beautiful day out here. It's still really nice out tonight. Spaceship Earth still has no line. I walked right onto it earlier too when I rode it while my phone charged. I think I'm gonna skip the tram tonight because I'm not parked that far back, and sometimes the tram takes even longer than just walking. There's the fireworks over at Magic Kingdom. It looks like they're just about done. There's the finale. Yeah, that was the end of Happily Ever After over there. Yeah, see, this tram is just pulling up still. They're still on it, and I'm like right in this row here, so it's not worth it. Only if I wanted to save the steps, which I didn't really need to, so. I believe I was in 202 and I was in the front, so I'm right down here. Yep, but see, I'm beating this tram back to my row. You can see some of the smoke out there from Magic Kingdom. Right. Okay. All right. That was a fun day. I already kind of recapped what we did, so I'm not going to do it again. But that's going to be it for me this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider giving it a like. It helps me out a lot, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy this type of content. For those of you who are here for the Disney content, I'm not exclusively Disney, but I do a lot of Disney adventures just like today. Hidden Mickey hunting, all these other kinds of things. So I'll definitely do some more Disney stuff, but I also do some solo gigging. I plan to film more golf adventures and other adventures around Florida, things I haven't done before, and just all that kind of good stuff. And I'm aiming for a satisfying feel here. If you like these videos and you like having them on, that's all I'm going for. And so think about subscribing if you did like today's video, because we upload a new video every Sunday morning, and I still got a long road to Stardom ahead of me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.